This is Irontrader, and this is midday trading. So I'm going to take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. But first of all, we'll take a look here at NVDA and at Tesla. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation advice on a stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here, first of all, we have NVIDIA. Now, I just want to show it to you on this chart. You can go to finviz.com, and you can punch this up anytime you want, but it gives you these trend lines that I wanted just to show you, okay? So now we have this 21-day sitting at about 133.58. That's going to be very, very key. Now, if we can get above that, we'll go to this gap, and then we can go right here to the top of that trend line, which was basically what we had last time was 153.13. Now, it could be a little bit higher than that, probably 155 area, but let's just see how this all shakes out. But I just wanted just to show you here, just on a this kind of like so you can see the picture of the trend line. Now, remember, the earnings are coming out here on the 26th, so I am way ahead here on the buying this here. I have a long position, I have a trading position, and then I have a daily trading position going on here in NVIDIA. But I just wanted to take a look. Now, let's take a look here at the regular chart, and I'll show you a little bit more on that. Okay, here we have the NVIDIA. Now, okay, you can see what really nice chart this is, okay? So we had this bottom of 113.01. Everybody gave up on it, you know, but we had this divergence here, okay? So this was also pointed out in the chat room, and I give them full credit for that. This is very nice. See where we had this low, then we had this low, then we had even lower low, but we had a higher low. That's positive divergence. And now we have the 8-day crossover the green cross over the red, which on the MACD, which gives you good positive momentum. Exactly, and that's exactly what we have. Now, you can see here on Friday, we rallied up here pretty much that 21-day, and then we came down. Okay, so we put that bottoming tail in. Okay, but you notice even when the market sold off, this didn't really sell off that much. Okay, so that was the first tell. All right, so then today we are above this key 21-day. Okay, we're sitting right at 131.13. But you notice that we went right into this 100-day. Okay, see at that 134.78, and right into this 50-day at 135.17. Now you have to get above that. Okay, so if we can close above that, then here is the gap fill, okay? So this is what your target is going to be. It's going to be 141.81, 88. That's going to be your target right there. And then if you can keep rallying on up here, we have another target going all the way up here at that 148.97 and 153.13 retest level. But you got to get above this 100-day here and that 50 SMA right there, okay? And then we can go higher. Now, we've got to see how this is all going to shake out. Now, on the downside, we want to watch that 21-day. That's going to be very, very key. That's 131.14, okay? That's going to be key. Then what we can do is we can look to today's low. You're looking at 129.96. We'll come over top of this candle here. You're looking at 128.77 level. Then we can come over the top of this candle here. You're looking at 125 flat. And then we start looking here for this 8 SMA. Okay, you're looking at, let me see if I can get that bad boy in there. There we are, 124.58, and then your 200-day obviously is at 123.78. But you can see here how nicely this is curling up here. So as that 8-day comes up, that's going to provide very good support. So even if we can't get through that 100-day or 50-day, if this pulls back here, at least holds that 21-day. If it doesn't, as long as it holds that 8-day, this is still very, very bullish chart going to the upside here, okay? But if we can crack above that key hundo here and that key 50 SMA here, then we're going to look right here for this gap fill right there at that 141.88, and then we can go maybe 148.97 level here. So this chart is looking very, very good. Just watch those simple moving averages. That tells you everything. Okay, let's take a look here now at Tesla. Okay, first of all, I want to show you on the old FinViz chart here, the old Tesla here, and we have that line coming down. Now you can see here when it went right on up here, and we put that series of lower highs in there. See how that works here? See, that's why you can always draw these lines here, and it gives you a good idea. Now, when we get to the other charts here, I'm going to show you all this gaps. There's a gap there, and there's a fill, another gap down there, a fill. So I'm going to show you that on the other charts. But this, I just wanted to show you on this here, how we are trending up here very, very nicely. But when you put that trend line in there, it just could not break through that to go any higher. Okay, let's look at a regular chart here now. Okay, here we have Tesla regular chart. Now, I showed you the other charts because the trend line's already drawn on there for you. And it's an easy way just to say, hey, I can take a really quick look at it, and I can say, oh, yeah, okay, we're right into the trend line situation. Okay, what we got here going on here? I don't put trend lines on here because it's just, I like to keep everything simple. It kind of gets a little bit too much. But right there is your high, see? Just draw this trend line. If you just bring that trend line right on down here, that's exactly what it did. Okay, so now here we put in a lower low, but it looks like here we put a bottom in there at what do we have there at 350.51 a level. Okay, so we're basically in this area here. But what I want to show you, if this keeps right on going lower, this is what you're going to be watching, is at 134.19 a level. Okay, now right here, okay, you look at the bottom of this candle, it's 126.59. There's your gap. And then we want to look at the top there at 324.68. Okay. So right there, okay, 326.59, and then right to the top of this candle here is 324.68, your gap and your fill. Now the next one here is going to be right down here, okay, looking at 275.62, and then we looked at that's the gap, and then 255.28, your gap, and then your fill, and that should become very, very good support. And then we have your 200 SMA here. So if this keeps on selling, keeps on rolling all the way down here, watch this 100-day first. That's going to be very, very key level here. But again, right here is going to be very, very critical if we start losing that, okay? Your gap and your fill, gap, fill, and then 200 simple moving average. Now, on the upside here, bottom line is you got to get back up here to this 8 simple moving average, okay? So that's basically sitting there at 382.09 and is rolling over. Now, your 21-day crossed over your 50-day. That's not good. That's your next resistance at 398.19, and then we have your 50-day here at 402.07. Now, they stunk it up on as far as their earnings go. I mean, they have declining sales, declining revenues, and, you know, I don't know. He's got his hands in a lot of stuff here. But, you know, he came out and says, oh, we're going to have a great 2025. Yeah, he said also about that Cybertruck that he was going to be out there. And a year later, and that was what, about 4 years later, got a Cybertruck, which isn't even ready yet. Okay, so we got it. It's on the road here, but it doesn't look like it's fully finished kind of a situation. Okay, so just always remember, he's selling a lot of dreams here. So, you know, don't get caught on the top. Now, this is a good trader for me. I like trading this here. You can also short this with TSLS. Okay, that's always a good trade if you want to do an easy way to short this. But again, just watch this 100-day here. That's going to be very key. And then just watch this gap, this fill, and then this gap here, this fill all the way down here, and then we have your 200-day. Now, if that's all lost, we also have all the way, you can look all the way down here. You're looking at 238.88. Then we have your fill sitting at 218.72. Now, that's not where I'm saying it's going to go, but just always watch these gaps and fills, because these here are going to be your really key support levels here if all these simple moving averages get lost, okay? Now, RSI, this is not near oversold yet. That can go way on down here. This is reaching on the bottom, but as you know here, this can hang out very, very long time on that old bottom, so just be careful. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have Bitcoin, your daily chart. Now, they had, I don't know if you watched CNBC this morning, but they had the mooch on there, okay? And he's all Bitcoined up there, and he just figures it's going to be a really, really good year for Bitcoin. Of course, I don't listen to none of that shit, because that's exactly what it is shit. He's trying to push something, okay? I trade the charts, and that's exactly how you want to make money, okay? So now this morning when I looked at this here, I looked at almost like a bull flag kind of situation. Here's your pole, and then there's your flag. And if we can break above this, this could rip right up there very, very easily. Now, again, we got to see how it all plays out. If we start losing this area, we lose this, well, that's totally negated, okay? So, of course, we also have a descending wedge. But really, when you have a descending wedge like that, it's pretty much like a bull flag, because what happens is, as that's going on down, your trend line is coming on down. And when she rallies up above that, then we start hitting all those tops of those candles here on the way up there. Very, very easy, and it rolls pretty hard. Okay, so today we put in another lower low. So let's look at the downside here first. You want to watch that 95.505. That's obviously today's low. And then we'll come right to the bottom of this candle here, 94.550. That's going to be your next support level. And then we'll come down to the bottom of this candle, 92.745. We'll come over here. You're looking at 92.350. And then we're going to come to the bottom of this candle at that 91.455. And then your retest down here at 89.525. Now, I'm going to show you the same thing I did on Tesla. We have the 100-day going right on to here and sitting at 85.703. If that is lost here, we do have a gap in the fill. So you have 86.70, and then look at the top of this candle at 77.930. Okay, so your gap and then your fill level, and then we can come all the way down here to your 200-day at 74.317. But I like to show you where it could go. Now, upside here, well, this is getting pretty interesting here, because right here is your upside. This is the key level, 99.287. okay? You get above that here, we're going to go right to that 8-day, 99,432, and then we have your 21-day at 100,647. Now, again, if it gets above that, then we follow the candles up, but let's just worry about, let's see if we can get above that 50-day, that 8-day, and that 21-day. Very, very strong resistance, okay? So watch today's low. That's going to be key, and then watch that 50-day. Okay, so you're going to trade this range until she's either going to break down, and then we know exactly where it's going to go, even possible to the retest, or if it goes up, we know we got the 50-day, we got the 8-day here, and then we have your 21-day. That is going to be your resistant levels. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, crude oil is getting a little bump today. We got a little tariff situation going on here. So, looking not too bad. Okay, the key is now we got to close over this, okay? So what we had here on Fridays, we had an inside day, green candle, but you can notice it couldn't do nothing. Now today, we held the top portion of the candle and it rallied up. Now this morning, when we came in here, it was right sitting there, got up to that 50-day, got up to the 8-day, but it couldn't close above. The key is it has to close above. Let's look at the upside here first, okay? So you want to watch that 72.52. That's going to be key. And then we want to do is we want to watch the top of this candle, 72.97, and then we'll come over here. You're looking at a 73.35 level. Then we can work yourself up the top of there at 73.84. And then we're going to be looking here for that 200-day, 74.44, and possible 21-day at 74.61 level. But this candle is going to be critical, okay? That's what we want to watch. And I'll tell you why, okay? Because look at this candle here, okay? So we rallied all the way up here to 75.18, and all we have to do is look to that candle on the left, 75.18. See this double top situation, okay? So now, is this going to be the same thing, or is it going to break on above and head towards that 200-day and 21-day, or is it going to do the same as what we had here and then come right off again, okay? Downside, you have to close above this 72.17. That is going to be key. That's your 8-day. And then we have your 50-day right below that at 72.06. And then we have your 100-day at 71.35 and you retest at 70.43. So this is a very, very easy trade. Just watch the top of this candle. Okay. What is the reaction when we get here? Does it do the same as this here? Or does it break through this? And then we follow the candles till we hit that 200-day, possible 21-day. Okay, now you can see here how this is rolling back up here. You got back up to 47 level. This is trying to curl up, but we haven't made that nice, good momentum cross yet where the green is over your red. So we got to see how this all shakes out. This is a trader. Okay, I am scalping the UCO. I still have the SCO on. I'm going to see if it can close above this 8-day. If it can, then and close above this candle, then I'll take that off and I'll add to the UCO position, and I will take it all the way to that 200 SMA. Okay, now the gas here, well, you can see the 8-day curled up very, very nicely. That's what we're kind of looking at. What might possibly happen here, we got to see. But really a whole lot of nothing. It's just a nothing burger, kind of sideways action. So upside, we're watching today's high for 3.45, and then right there's your target at 3.51. If we can get above that, then we come right to that 21-day, sitting at 3.63. Okay, that is your upside. Your downside level here, this is your key level that we're watching on a closing basis is 3.27. If it comes all the way down here and holds it, that's still a good scalping opportunity to take it long because you can see the sideways action here for the last 6 days, okay? So just watch that 8-day on the bottom. If that's lost, then we're going to come looking for that 100-day and possible retest. If you break up, we're looking for that 50-day and then that 21-day. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after your pit close. We'll take a look at Bitcoin, crude oil, and natural gas. Now, remember, the CPI report is out on Wednesday. It measures consumer inflation. And then PPI will be out on Thursday, and that's basically your producer price index, and that measures what the businesses, what the inflation, what they're feeling on that. Okay, so that could affect the market very, very hugely, I should say. So just watch Wednesday CPI, Thursday PPI. Okay, trade what's in front of you. Now what you want.